What's up, YouTube peeps? Happy Thirsty Thursday, my favorite video of the week. Hopefully you guys are all having a good Thirsty Thursday and getting a drink on. And yeah, so this week I have a little bit of a different spin on this one. I brewed probably about 2 months ago. Well, I got it right here, November 18th. And so I did a Brewer's Best Cider House Pear Cider. Last year I did a mixed berry. It came out phenomenal. I loved it. It was super delicious. So hopefully this one is going to be super delicious as well. I'm just going to go over a little bit of the homebrew side of this stuff because hopefully some of you guys like that stuff. And yeah, that's what I love to do. That's what the ciders are what actually got me into homebrewing. I started off, I think, like 18 or 19 years old. It's the simplest idea in the world. It's pretty much foolproof as long as you sanitize. You might not come out with the best product, but it's gonna be drinkable and it's gonna, get you drunk. So that's all that really matters. Because it might not taste the best, but I feel like that hard work putting into it, you can make it taste good because it's just gonna be like that. It's your baby pretty much. Like, oh, this is awesome. I made this, and yeah. So like I said, if you just want to, I'm a little sidetrack here. If you want to get into homebrewing like I did, all I did was I bought apple juice or apple cider. Make sure it's unpasteurized because if it's pasteurized, it's not going to take the yeast and whatnot. And then you just buy, you just buy corn sugar. And at first, I think the first one I did, I used bread yeast. Any yeast will allow it to ferment and whatnot. It might not be the super tastiest thing, but like I said, if you're just trying to get started, but even now with beer, the way it's going now, these kits are foolproof to be able to do them. But like I said, then I went into you can buy cider yeast, wine yeast, even champagne yeast, depending on what kind of cider you're looking to get. But it's pretty simple. And I bought one of those water jugs, the 5-gallon water jugs, and I put I can never remember that stupid little thing, the thing to keep the water in there, and yeah, that thing. I'll put a thing there because I'm just spacing right now. But yeah, so let it ferment out. It's the simplest thing, and it's dirt cheap. I think you can usually make it for you can do 5 gallons for easily under 10-15 bucks. So that's not too bad. Again, it kind of helps, at least I thought it helped learn the sanitization part of it. You're not trying to get crazy into actually the mash and all that of beer making. So I feel like I strongly recommend to a lot of people, if you're really just starting to dabble into homebrew, I'll go with the cider right off the bat. Because, like I said, you're not really doing a whole lot except perfecting that craft of sanitization. Everything else is pretty much just pouring in there and letting it go on its merry way. But yeah, so back to the pear cider. Again, like I said, I did the same Brewer's Best last year on a mixed berry one, and it came out, I loved it. So on this one, it was original gravity was supposed to be between 1.041 and 1.043, but I bought, because this kit doesn't come with the sugar, the corn sugar, and it calls for 2 pounds. I bought a 4-pounder and I threw it in there. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna, I knew I wasn't gonna use the other 2 pounds anywhere, so I just threw it all in there. The original gravity came out to 1.60 with the 4 pounds of corn sugar. And then the final gravity was supposed to be 1.009, and it hit right on that when I used the nitrometer. And so I did you can go online, you can put in final gravity, original gravity, final gravity, and it'll come out with your ABV. And this one said it was 6.69% alcohol. And I think the original one is supposed to be 4.7. So it gained a little bit of alcohol, not too crazy. Yeah, but it's a very simple kit. I would, again, if you're just starting off, I feel like this is perfect. I just do them because it just gets me 5 gallons, 6 gallons. I believe this one actually came out with 6 gallons. It came out with a lot. I ended up having to use like a bigger carboy than I use for like the beer, doing like the 5 gallon batches. But yeah, it was super easy. Like I said, it was just, you boiled, like it comes in this like, I don't have it anymore, like it was like 2 months ago. So this little package about the size of like one of those family size potato chip bags. And it had like a syrupy consistency in it. You just boiled up the sugar. There was like some kind of agent there, and you dump that into like 6 gallons of cold water, let it cool down, pitch the yeast, pitch the, there was like a little clear pear flavor agent, put that in there, sealed it up, let it go. This one I think it recommended 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks in the cardboard. I can find it. Yep, just go with 3 weeks. I ended up going a little crazy again. I ended up planning to go for that original 3 weeks, and then I put it into a secondary fermenter for an additional 2 weeks, just for the fun of it. Because I think, well, more off I did it because I wanted to originally keg this, and I was still looking for refill my CO2. I know someone recommended in one of the videos on where to get it. I already got it refilled, but that was only like last week because I procrastinated. But that's originally was my plan, so I figured if I just secondaried it and let it sit for a couple more weeks, I might actually go get the the keg or the CO2 refill. I didn't, so after that 2 weeks, I ended up just bottling them, which I'm not the biggest fan of bottling. I know Timo was like all over the idea of bottling, but I think it's a lot super easier to have to sanitize one 5 gallon corny keg instead of, you know, I think it was over 60 of these 12 ounce bottles. I did some of the 12 ounce bottles, and I did some of the cider bottles of the 22 ounces just to cut down a little bit, and why not? I had them send them around. But yeah, like I said, this is more of a promo to push you to get out there and homebrew, and also just a taste test of the goods. Like I said, and then also, so that thing sat that, like I said, it was about 4 weeks in the first one, 2 weeks in the second one, and then now we're middle of January. I bottled probably just before Christmas, and now we're about a month after that, a little under a month, so about 3 or 4 weeks for them sitting in the bottle. That's another thing. Compared to kegging to bottling you gotta let it sit because it has the primary sugar. You gotta let it sit and let all that carbonation build up. Kegging, if you force CO2 it, I've had beer ready in 20 minutes after taking it out of the cardboard. But yeah, it's I guess it's up to everyone's how they feel about bottling and kegging. I know Timo thought it was better to bottle because he can share it with people, but there's also devices for that with the, I think they're called like the better bottler or something like that, or there's a it's like a siphon bottle gun kind of thing that you put onto the corny keg, and then you feed it into the bottles, keg it, or yeah, keg it, bottle, or cap it, and it's all set to go. So let's give it a pop open. Let's look at it, see how it came out, give it a smell, give it a taste, all that good stuff. And yeah, ooh, get that hair right off the top there. I didn't even have it like up to my nose, like I popped it in. It was saying about like down here, and I could smell it already. Ooh, that smells delicious. But yeah. Dark color. Said on the paper it was supposed to be a pale straw, I believe. Color pale straw. looks pretty super. Like I said, 6.69% on the alcohol, so sounds good to me. So cheers. Like I said, you get that pear, very distinct pear taste. I'll talk to you later, Timo. But yeah. It doesn't have like a super bitey taste like was it the Smith & Forge apple cider? Those are tasty too. Out of like all the alcohols, ciders are my go-to. I love cider, super tasty, and like I said, that was pretty much my homebrew journey started with ciders. I really want to, in the future, with this house that I have purchased, I would like to plant apple trees and go through the whole process from, you know, having them out on the tree all the way to pressing them, cidering them, all the way to hard cider. So I feel like that'd be really cool. Hopefully this spring I'll plant the apple trees, and I know sometimes it can take a while to seed and whatnot and be able to get fruit off the trees, but that's my long-term plan. Obviously I hope to live in this house for the rest of my life, so 4 or 5 years of letting them do their thing is not that crazy in the grand scheme of things. But if you guys have tried this one, let me know down in the comments down below. Like I said, price point, I think it was like $40 or $41, but like I said, you get 6 gallons out, 6 or 7 gallons out of it. So think about that on a scale of trying to buy ciders are expensive. They're, the cheap ends, I think I've done reviews on them before. If I'm still allowed to leave links up here, I know that was one of the things with this new YouTube thing of, since I don't have 1,000 subscribers for a bajillion hours, I'm gonna lose my partnership. I don't get paid anyway. I think I haven't made anything yet because I haven't made to that $100 threshold to be able to be paid. So it really doesn't matter to me. But I know that's the only thing that's kind of like, I'm gonna lose being able to put links up there. Okay, cool. Thanks. But if I'm still able to, I'll put it up there. I'll put I'll put a few of them up there, but it's like $3-4 for a 22 ouncer. So $40 for roughly, if you're doing the 22 ounces, probably 40 of them. So it's not too shabby. And you get to enjoy the process of brewing and hopefully building into more grander scheme of, like all grain brewing, or even just the kit beers. The kit beers come out so amazing. Like sometimes I'm just like, why am I spending 5 or 6 hours to all grain when one of these kit beers, it's an all-day event for all graining. A kit beer, I think when I've had it perfectly streamlined down where I've cleaned everything the night before, so it was like an hour the night before cleaning. I think I've had it done in like 2 hours. 2 hours from starting the boil to putting in the fermenter. So yeah, I can usually get that done, like if I wanted to do it after work or whatnot. All grain, it's an all-day event. So I've been rambling on for a long time. Hopefully you guys enjoy these kind of videos. If you do, let me know down in the comments down below. And if you want me to try brewing something else, let me know down in the comments down below. If this has encouraged you to try home brewing, let me know down in the comments down below. I'm here. I can't even talk right now. I'm more than willing to talk and explain anything that you need to know for home brewing to the best of my ability. Obviously, I've only been doing this. I've been doing this for 12 years now. But it's been kind of on and off. The past year, I haven't brewed as much as I wanted to. I figured once I bought a house, I was gonna be brewing like all the time, but other stuff in the house comes up, and yeah. So hopefully, with the majority of the remodel of my house done, I will actually be able to get back into homebrewing on a more consistent basis. And yeah. And on the last note, do you want to see me build a kegerator? Because I'm gonna build it. If you want to see this thing built, if you don't know what a kegerator is, you can either look it up or yeah, it's in a nutshell, it's a beer refrigerator made out of a chest freezer. But yeah, or sorry, not kegerator, keezer. Keezer is the proper term if you want to look it up. I know Northern Brewer has done a whole build on it if you want to check that out. But yeah, I'll check back with you guys in the next video. See ya.